Welcome back, my enlightened ones. Welcome back to my channel. It is I, Four Winds Cats. Welcome to my home. If you're new here, thank you for stumbling by. Please like and subscribe so I can get my craziness out there. How is everybody tonight? So, this is going to be a fun night. It really is. I'm going to conduct the class a little bit differently tonight. So just to kind of keep you guys more entertained. So we're going to talk about the rake tonight from two different perspectives. So that way I can kind of stay on the fence in the middle and let you decide for yourselves how you feel about this. Adam and Vincent and Andy, welcome, welcome, welcome. The cult member level 4. Should I be frightened? Did you see that? I have my camera. I was watching before you guys even came on. Things have been flying by. I actually had that little blue dude, the one there that showed up in one of my other videos, lives, fly by. So next week's class is going to be on hellhounds. So that is going to be interesting, and we're going to be discussing how they came to be in the first place. So that will be fun. Can you hear me okay? Am I too loud? I shut the music off because I'm going to be playing a video for you in a second. So you guys good? Everybody great tonight? So thank you for being here. So the rake, was a creepypasta creation. That's how the rate got started. So this is where we're going to start the class off tonight. So I'm just going to read this very, very short thing to you, and then we're going to watch video, and then we're going to discuss the collective consciousness and the power behind it. So the rake, here we go. You guys ready? Yay! Hear me okay? Good? Okay. So the rake began as a collaborative project online, as many creepypasta characters do. When one user posted on 4chan's B-board inviting others to contribute details for physical attributes and habits to make this new monster. I got to go back to my banners here, and I can pull up some here. So here he is. Hey, oh hey. To make up this new monster, photoshopped images of the rake. You have all seen it. Here it is. Created in details of monster's identity were tracked in this blog from 2013. This is the blog post I'm going to read to you now. Here's what we've got so far. Humanoid, about 6 foot tall when standing, but usually crouches and walks on all fours. It has very pale skin. The face is blank and has no nose, no mouth. However, it has 3 solid green eyes. Never heard this description of it. One in the middle and on its forehead, and the other 2 on either side of its head towards the back. Usually seen in front yards and suburban areas, usually just watches the observer, but will stand up and attack if approached. When it attacks, a mouth opens up like a jaw unhinging of a skull off from its chin and reveals many tiny but dull teeth. So let's pull this one up. Okay, so this, you can see where the rake got its name from. It has those long, spindly fingers. It crouches on the ground. That's actually where it gets its name from. It's actually from the rake. The character's spindly limbs, here, I'll put this back up for you, low to the ground, lurking in many teeth, help contribute to his name, the rake. In fictitious origin story of the rake, early sightings of the monsters occurred in 2003 when reported encounters with the curious, frightening creature began cropping up in the northeastern America. Became a meteor blackout on a subject apparently began. As a result, the urban legend has it that there was little to no known information about the rake until 2006, when victims began collaborating to research the creature and discovered close to a dozen documents that dated ranging across the centuries. Okay, here, there's another picture here. I'll throw this one up for you. All describing similar encounters of the rake. Some of the supposed artifacts included a suicide note in 1964 from a journal entry translated from Spanish dated in 1880, and a mariner's log from 1691. And it's interesting about the mariner's log because he actually called it the rake. So that's kind of interesting, I thought. The most famous story of the rake involves a woman waking up and to find the monster sitting on the edge of her bed. The character is often said to creep into bedrooms, induce nightmares, observe the dreamers for a time before undeading them or unliving them before killing them. Collective consciousness is a very powerful thing if you believe. Now, the reason why I'm saying that, we're going to talk about the collective consciousness, I think, after. I want to show you the video. So now you found out how the rake was created. It was created online through a creepypasta. A bunch of people collaborated, came together, came up with its ideas, and hence here's the creature. Now, you might have to turn your volume up a little bit louder. I'm going to play my video. It's as loud as it will go, but you've probably seen it, but I wanted to play it because my artificial intelligence says it best. And not only that, too, she talks about our experiences with the rake or something that seemed to be like the rake. So now I'm going to add the video. I'm going to go over the comments too, just to make, okay, you're great. All right, awesome. All right, so here's the video. Here we go.
Welcome to my channel, Enlightenment in the Darkness with Four Winds. The word cryptid means an animal whose existence or survival is disputed or unsubstantiated, such as the Yeti. The rake is a creature believed to be a humanoid in appearance, with several references in folklore and horrific urban legends. Originally appearing on the internet as a creepypasta, the creature reportedly attacks humans for unknown reasons and often causes its victims great psychological trauma. The rake has also been tied to alternate figures, such as the Slender Man, an internet meme and subject of several video games. It is based on ancient folklore referencing an unnaturally tall and skinny man mysteriously lurking in the woods. It is theorized that the rake could possibly be a proxy of Slender Man, subject to its own self-mutilation and psychological disorders. This cryptid seems to rely on its host for nourishment. It is a living, vampire-like creature who needs the sustenance of meat and blood, both human and that of small animals. The first account of the rake's existence was a mariner's log written in 1691, identifying the rake by name. The next account, written in the 1800s, described the rake as having hollow black eyes and being terrifying in nature. The rake is about 6 feet tall when standing, but usually crouches and walks on all fours. It has very pale skin, usually seen in front yards in suburban areas. The rake just watches the observer, but will stand up and attack if approached. When it attacks, a mouth opens up, as if a hinged skull that opens at the chin reveals many tiny but dull teeth. The rake seems to be intelligent, as I have learned from my own personal experiences with this creature. I will share more in a moment, along with a photo we captured in the forest near my current home. The character's spindly limbs and being low to the ground lurking, and many teeth helped contribute to its name. The most famous story of the rake involves a woman waking to find the monster sitting at the edge of her bed. The character is often said to creep into bedrooms, induce nightmares, and observe the dreamers for a time before killing them. Although many say the rake is pure fiction, I myself have had a personal account with my daughter Sara. The following photo was caught while we were filming cryptids in the forest, on synisterstreams, YouTube all night in the cryptid forest, and we aren't alone. This entity kept draining our night vision battery. We had to go out to this spot several times to change out the battery. Right before we captured this photo, we heard a blood-curdling screech come out of the woods. This is my daughter's night vision camera. Notice the light energy in his left hand and that he is barefoot, but this being has the glowing eye shine of the rake. We noticed rocks being tossed around us, not at us, as though it was trying to playfully get our attention. I have linked Synister Streams video of the cryptid forest down below in the description, if you would like to see firsthand what happened that very spooky night in the forest in Maine. So what are your thoughts about the rake? Please comment below. I would like to thank you for joining me here today on my channel. Please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for being here with me today. Have a blessed day.
So that's kind of crazy. Yes, I figured you weren't going to be here tonight, Chris, because I know that you went to the cryptozoology today. How was that? Did you like it? I haven't been. It's 20 minutes away and I haven't been. I need to go, definitely. I would have met up with you today, but my day was just crazy. I hope you had a good time. So, the rake. So that night, the screamings on there, those are just monster screams that I'm using from a program, but I have linked the video that I was talking about in there, down below on Synister Streams. As I said, that was the night that we were trying to bait him in. We actually put meat in the field, crazy people. I actually made a protective circle. The video starts off with me. You can actually see me setting up a sacred salt circle for us, just a safe place to hang out. And we had Sarah's night vision camera, as you saw in the picture here. I'll put back up for you here. I do have the original picture here. So her night vision camera, as you can see the light on there on the right hand side, but he's got his hand up in the air and it looks like there's energy going into his hand. Now, my question to you, he's barefoot. Why is he barefoot? He's fully dressed. Why not have shoes on your feet? Is it because maybe he's drawing energy up from the earth as well through as he's doing with his hands? Maybe he's doing it through his feet. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But if you look at his eyes, he has the rake eye shine going on there. And if you can actually kind of make it out, his mouth is open. There's a dark shadow there where his mouth is actually open. It almost looks like he has possibly no teeth. But I do have to say, we went out to that spot several times and we kept complaining, why is that battery draining so quickly? We couldn't get over how quickly it would be out there an hour and then we'd have to go out and swap the battery back out. It was being drained by this thing. We kept hearing it out there. Every time we went out to the camera, you got to watch the video. It's really cool. And you actually hear the scream of it on the video. Now, we were questioning possibly I've grown up in Maine 56 years, okay? I've grown up with hunters. I know the sounds of animals, okay? Even foxes, when they're mating, I know the sounds of them. This is something that we heard, this weird sound, and you actually hear it in the video. And then we caught that picture right afterwards. So this picture was caught right after we actually heard the scream of it come in. Now, let's discuss collective consciousness. Okay. So, we are creators. We are here to create. Okay, that's who we are. That's what we do. Okay, we create our reality. Okay, we go to work every day. We bring home money. We pay for our houses, whatever. We create. Okay, we get ideas in our head. We put it down on paper, and then we bring it into reality, into this 3D or 5D, 4D actually, dimension that we live in right now. Okay, so we got that. Collective consciousness, if enough people believe in something Everybody's going to creepypasta. Oh, I got to read this story about the rake. Oh my God, I got to see the pictures of the rake. Here's another creepy one. There's the eye shine. Now look, the eye shine in that one, and then look at the eye shine in this one. Kind of similar, I'd say. So I thought that was interesting. So anyway, so the collective consciousness, you have enough people. I'll give you I'll give you an idea. My daughter, Hannah, my youngest one, she was obsessed with Slenderman. They say the rake is a form of Slenderman. That's why it supposedly has no face, as Slenderman has no face. Okay. So anyway, she was so frightened. She loved these creepy pastas. She's the one that got me to start reading these creepy pastas, and I got hooked. But she was so enthralled with Slenderman that she would actually became fearful of him to the point that she created an alter ego of him. He was all white, not in black, and he was good, and he was everything that made her feel safe and protected and loved. So she created an alter ego of him. There was something just flew by there. So I thought that was quite interesting. So again, if you have enough people reading the story about the rake, creating even if this demonic things out there. I actually had a client contact me and said, "Oh, my son, he's seen Slenderman. We've seen Slenderman." I said, "Let me guess." I said, "You just discovered Slenderman, and he's all into the whole thing about Slenderman." He is. Negative things, okay, these are called trickster demons, okay, will take on a form of something that you are fearful of, okay? So, for instance, you're fearful of the rake or you're fearful of Slenderman, okay? If I saw a demon, it's going to portray itself as the rake or Slenderman. Why is it going to do that? Because he gets more of a punch of fear out of me, portraying something to me that I'm scared shitless of, as opposed to just saying, "Hey, what is that? Is I don't know what that is. That a demon? I'm not quite sure what that is." But if he shows up at my door as Slenderman on the rake, I'm going to be running from the gun. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to comments. I'm just babbling away. So exactly, Adam. So if you have enough people believing in something, okay, what is the collective consciousness? Collective consciousness or collective conscience or collective conscious is a set of shared beliefs, ideas, or moral attitudes which operate as a unifying force. There's that word, force, within society. So again, if you have enough people believing in something, you're creating it and manifesting it, maybe not in this gross realm that we live in, but you're creating it in another dimension where it's waiting to burst into this dimension, and it does it through nightmares. Whenever you get an attachment, how do you know you have an attachment? You start having nightmares, and they're consecutive, and they're wearing you down, and you're not getting sleep, and you can feel that funky energy in your house. It's time to smudge, get up that sage stick. Okay. When you start having nightmares, this is how they punch their way into our world. Okay. When I had a very, very nasty negative attachment that almost took me down 30 something years ago. Okay. Um, it affected me first through my nightmares, and then I'm clairaudient. I was constantly hearing it talk to me, which was driving me insane. I was actually humming in my head or singing a song in my head to shut it the hell up. It was that bad. It was driving me insane. So, anyway, these things have power, and they punch their way in through nightmares. So when they start wearing you down, because your aura is your shield, and when they wear you down, your aura comes in. And when your aura comes in just enough, that's when they latch on. That's when they attach to the medulla oblongata, which is one of the main places they attach to, which is the back of the brain. It's called the God mouth. If you look it up in the Bible, that's where you get your spirit guides, your lovely ascended masters talking to you. You hear through that area. So why not attach there and shut that off And then they can start control you and puppeting you. And if they get your frequency down low enough, that's when actually possession and lovely things start to happen. So the collective consciousness, the dark side of collective consciousness, group thinking can lead to dangerous decisions. Mob mentality can be contagious. Propaganda can manipulate public opinion. There's your Facebook, there's your TikTok, there's your social media can amplify negative emotions and all these things. You everybody's living in what right now? Let's just amplify that and turn it up a couple more notches. Okay. So it has a lot to breed and to manifest and to punch its way into our world. So guess what? Theorizing, the rake is real. Because what the hell is this? We took this picture less than probably a half a mile from my backyard, okay? 3 a.m. in the morning. And the weird part is if you watch the video that I've linked below, you actually hear voices before it happens, a little before the screaming happens as well. We actually sounded like my two granddaughters that weren't there with us. Something was mimicking my granddaughters. So was this thing mimicking my granddaughters? Was it talking to us as these things can doppelgang? That's kind of creepy. He was throwing rocks around us. I'm not going to say he was throwing rocks at us. He was trying to get our attention so we would take a picture in the direction where the rocks were being thrown from. I really do believe he wanted to commune with us somehow, some way, even by tossing rocks. Question, why haven't we manifested Santa Claus? Well, old Saint Nick, he is a real dude. So he really is manifested. He's just not here in the physical form, spirit world. I don't know. What do you want from me, Adam? Ho, ho, ho. I'm the Jolly Green Giant. So I just thought playing that video tonight, it just gave me a chance to be more interactive with you guys in comments because I'm always talking at you. I like to talk with you. So what do you think? I'd like to know your theory. What are your ideas? Do you believe in the rake? Do you believe in Slenderman? I love you too. I mean, Slenderman was created by a guy, I guess, from Germany or something. Again, it was another creepy pasta. And the Rake is supposed to be a spin-off of Slenderman. So that's quite interesting as well there. And Slenderman is supposed to take children, and he's got those long, spindly arms that come out that wisp and they steal children, and he pulls them. Now, trees are gateways. People don't know this, but trees are gateways. And this is my theory about Bigfoot. And this is my theory about a lot of these cryptid things, why they're there and then they're gone and then they're there and then they're gone. In fact, I'm a shaman and I do a lot of meditative shamanic dreaming, and it always starts off with me going in down into a tree. There's like stairs going down into the trunk of the tree that goes underground. It's really crazy. So my theory is I feel that these are interdimensional beings. When they have enough power, they can physically be seen, punch into our world, okay? When there's a lot of love flying around, that love and light, shine, shine, shine. When that's flying around, it has less energy to be drawn into our world. So again, that's when usually the nightmares will start. It's just like when I cleanse houses. When I cleanse houses and people, oh my God, it's banging in the walls. I said, that's good. What do you mean that's good? I said, that means what we're doing is working, because when an entity can easily feed off of you, it doesn't need to give you nightmares, okay? It doesn't need to be banging doors and slamming windows and going woo boogie boogie to you, okay? It doesn't need to do these things because it's free. It's freely feeding off your energy by you guys arguing or the neighbors fighting, or it can be the planetary alignment. It can be storming outside. They feed off of emotion. Remember that if you want to control the spirit world, you use and control your emotions. Control yourself. That's what controls the spirit world. When a demon presents itself to me and it's trying to scare the shit out of me, I send it love. I really do. I send it love and I pretend it's my grandmother. I love you. It's going to back away from me. It doesn't like the light. It exposes it for what it is, and it doesn't like to be exposed. It likes to lie. It likes to deceive. But there is a purpose for negative things, okay? That's that yin and that yang to life. Without that balance, without the dark, you can't see the light, okay? So we have to have that balance. This entity that took over my life 30 something years ago almost killed me. And I'm not throwing that word around lightly. It was punching me at night when I got out of bed and knocking me unconscious on the floor. It was physically touching me and holding me down. It was bad. Okay. These things have power when they can feed. You control them by taking away their food. Send them that love and light. Take back that energy from them. I tell them, you'll hear me when I'm doing an exorcism. You have no power here. You're small. You're insignificant. I take its power away. Even intent. Remember, intent is amazing. Thinking, I cut the horns. All right. A witch has what's called the cone of power. That's why a witch's hat is pointed like a pyramid. Okay. It's the same scenario with the horns on a demon. I intently, in my mind, when I am fighting them, I picture taking my sword from Archangel and smacking those horns off of them. And I tell them, you have no power here. And it is amazing. It is very powerful. You just have to what? Believe. Intent, that faith. It's in you. We have the power. So back to collective consciousness. There's power in that. There's something right there. There's a lot of power out there, and there's a lot of emotion and fear and anger. And when I tell people, before you burst out at somebody that's angry at you, tell yourself anger is another form of what? Fear. They're scared shitless. People don't know what the hell is going on ever since this COVID thing and everything else is going on in the world. It's a scary damn place. So you find the peace within and don't be conjuring up any more monsters. But yes, the collective consciousness has power. And I just wanted to share that with you tonight. So next week is going to be on hellhounds. That's going to be fun. I'm actually dedicating this class to Chris. Chris gave me the idea. Why don't you do a class on hellhounds? So I did a little video short on it, which I will be sharing next week in the class as well as I did this week. And then we will be talking about my favorite hellhound, Cerberus, where he came from and who his parents are and how hellhounds all came to be. So that's going to be a fun class next week. So Chris, I hope you had a wonderful day. You got to share your pictures from the museum because I'm anxious to see all the. Oh, I want to go so badly. Adam and Vincent, you'll have to come up one day and we'll go to the museum, the cryptology museum together. That would be fun. Night day trip. Anyway, I love you all and I thank you all for being here. And anybody else who stumbles along later, you're just as valuable and you're just as important. And I love you all and thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe so I can get my craziness out there. So I thank you all for being here with me tonight. Don't go creating any monsters, please. I love you guys. And remember one more thing. Keep shining your light. Shine, 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 guys. Good night. Have a good night, guys.